Welcome, everybody. This is Damour. I'm here joined by the one and only Rogue Patton. Welcome, sir. You have made
Good
it.
morning. Good morning.
We have finally been joined by Sir Crypto Woody himself.
And wouldn't you know that we have to face each other?
Indeed. Did you
Like first round, we got to fight each other.
Did you manage
that's
to check in,
right.
sir?
I did.
Fantastic to hear. Fantastic to hear. I was a little bit late in setting it up, so we're not as many participants as we usually are on the weekend challenge. Last weekend, we managed to hit 77. This weekend, we were, I'm not sure, actually.
Good luck, Woody.
41 players checked in. That's pretty amazing. I'm quite surprised by that number, but that's great. Ooh, I've only got one option. So I'm also participating in the tournament. My attention may be a little bit split, but feel free to jump in, guys, if you want to comment on anything. At the moment, I'm just picking my team, probably showing everybody live on stream what I'm doing. So, easily counterable if people are paying attention.
Was this a silver tournament?
It is indeed a silver tournament.
Shit. That changes
So
everything.
The EU Weekend Asian Challenge is a Silver League tournament. It is not a bronze tournament. So more higher level cards and more abilities at play is the intention here.
Okay.
I'm wondering if that guy instead of this guy is perhaps not the better way to go. And then why not? I do have enough. Let's just drop you in there and see what happens.
Try to get through the qualifier. Good luck, Woody.
Max Maka.
I'm going to get notified straight away.
Welcome, sir. Welcome to the stream. I do believe you're our first viewer.
What's up, Max? Good morning.
There are so few people in the tournament because I was very late in setting it up. I thought I had completed it like 5 days ago, but apparently I did not complete the last step. So it kind of didn't exist until about 2 hours ago. So yeah, this is a quick turnaround time. You either enter now and you are present, or you lose out. But we've had a good turnout. Not too bad for the amount of time we invested. 41 people checked in, so I think that's a reasonable turnout.
It's good for the amount of time that we had.
So I qualify. I am moving on to the next round.
You too, buddy.
Nice. Congratulations.
Gee, Woody.
At least it was open, not too easy.
So pretty much everybody wins today, right? There's 50 prizes to be had here at the weekend challenge, and only 41 of us checked in. So regardless of how many battles you win today, you are a winner of something, right?
Oprah Winfrey style. Let's go.
You get something, you get something, you get something, everybody gets something.
Everyone's a winner.
Everybody's a winner today, right? That's
Look under your chairs.
How does this qualifier work? Why only few qualifier matches?
The qualifier is just a best of one.
Yeah.
The only reason that the qualifier exists is that when you sign up, so like since it's a single elimination bracket, the only way to have the official rounds, or if you have like you basically just got to count backwards from like one and double it every time. So it's like you have your champion, then you have your finals as 2, your semifinal, or your top 4, top 8, top 16, top 32, right? So since we started with 40 some, right?
41.
That's
41.
not the 64 that we need for a full round, and it's not the 32 that we need for a full round. So they do a single elimination to knock it down to an even number. So they randomly pick some people. Some people have some buys. Some people got to face each other, and they go single elimination to get it to top 32 at that point, right? So there should be 32 people left in this tournament and 16 rounds to be played. So
yeah, and then they will be, our top 16 essentially.
yeah. So tonight, I actually Dragon's not going to be joining us tonight, so I will be running that stream, and I'm gonna have to take some notes from you on how to play and host, because man, I don't think that's like part of the I was like, man, I need to get up this morning so I can play in one of these, because I might not be able to play in the one tonight.
Sure. Well, look, I mean, it's pretty.
Sat here listening and playing along, and then you can let controlling the stream and playing along.
Super Cow wants to know, how did you guys do with the airdrop? I'm assuming he means by the Yatsik. That's how you're supposed to say the proper way you're supposed to say you fire summoner.
I still have mine to claim. I can actually claim mine on stream. If you guys want this morning.
Let's go. Share. Why not?
Hold on, I'm playing.
So, I've opened mine already. I already know that I did not get my 2 eligible packs did not yield me a Jasik or Yatsik.
No, I got 6 regular foil.
Oh wow, nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Start them off at a nice level ready.
Yeah, that's a decent level to start. I mean,
that's my plan. Is I keep buying more in the aim to minimize the amount that I need to buy to max them,
which is great. If you can, the quicker you can level it, But sometimes buying early is not that great because you're dealing with higher prices, right?
Oh yeah.
Jester Gamer, well played, sir.
This is weird playing silver, no legendaries.
Yeah, those legendaries make a difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're used to playing with them and you suddenly don't have them anymore, it makes things very different.
It's the same as when you get used to playing in your gold level there, and you come into a silver one, and you pick all your cards, and you look, it doesn't even have that at this level.
I was like, where's my abilities? What's wrong? What's happening? That's exactly the issue. That is exactly the issue, which is why I usually don't compete here either. But here we are.
We're just chomping at the bit to get in there, though, eh?
Well, I couldn't resist the everybody gets a prize, right? So you get a prize, you get a prize, you get a prize, and I want a prize too. So I jumped in, right?
You were Oprah Winfrey sitting in her own audience.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
What's under my chair, Oprah?
I want a prize too. I will confess, if I reach the finals, I will deliberately draw or lose to give the winnings to somebody else. I don't want to be
what? No, you stomped them. You stomped them.
I'll stomp them. Okay. All
and
right.
You say thanks for coming to my party.
This is how you do
it. Okay, but I will give away the pack. I will give away the pack to somebody. That I'll commit to. If I win the tournament, I'll give away that pack to somebody.
You guys and your gold foil worms. Worming.
You guys and your gold foil worms. Yeah. Do you think my gold foil worm is better than your regular gold foil worm?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, crap. So it's a silver. I rented the wrong Kretch. Ooh. Crap, I got a level 2 Kretch. I don't have the right Kretch for this tournament.
Ooh. Uh-oh. I don't play with the Kretch either, so don't worry. It's okay.
Yeah, but I mean, in Silent Summoners, why not? I literally have to go to Peak Monsters right now. There's no reason not to play dragons right now. Silent Summoner.
So, Jester Gamer, well played, sir. Very nicely done.
Damn it.
We're going to a third and final match
Just
between myself and the Jester. Equalizer. Okay. Let's see.
Gotta refresh. Great team. There it is. Now I can play. All right.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
The final matchup between myself and Jester Gamer.
It's the
Boomburst in the audience. Good luck, everyone. Good luck to yourself, sir.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do.
So, Woody, what have you got to say about your performance in the tournament? Are you happy? Was it terrible? Are you
Out in
disappointed?
the first go.
Out in the first qualifying round. Rogue, how are you doing so far? Are things looking
I mean, I
easy?
beat Woody, so you
beat Woody, you stomped him, and you said,
it always feels good
"Thank
when you
you.
get to wake up and beat Woody. You know, it's just
Thank you for coming. See you next time." Rogue, what are you doing at this hour? It is not your tournament. Go away.
Oh, is that from the audience? That's
That's
not nice.
straight from Max Maka saying, "What are you up to,
Ooh.
mister? Are you hijacking our EU Asian show with your Americanness?"
Yes.
Okay.
This is my ship now.
Okay, well, there you go. There you go. You have it straight from the horse's mouth.
We'll see. Yeah, I got the first game. We're playing the second one right now. I had to go run out and get the crutch, but we'll see how we do.
So Jester brought the crutch versus me, or the crutch versus me rather, not the crutch. But let's see who takes it. Is it the Dragons or is it the Death Team?
Yeah, because like normally I wouldn't play crutch either, right? The no ability makes it interesting, but since this is silver, and anytime you get the Silent Summoner, crutch actually has one less mana, right? So there's no reason not to play a crutch, because then you can just still pick whatever color you were gonna pick, and you get dragons too. But you also get to save one mana, so it's like automatically in this tournament, Silent Summoner, you should be playing crutch. I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't.
Got it. So
unless you didn't rent him because you didn't know it was a silver tournament.
Kretsch on the Earth takes the win. Jester goes through. Damur is knocked out of the tournament, which will give me the
Plenty
ability
of time to host.
To focus on my hosting duties instead of playing in a tournament that I'm not supposed to be in. But good luck to those still competing.
Sounds like I'm not supposed to be in it. Max is all like, "Meh, stay on your side of the ocean."
Things are heating up, guys. We are almost reaching round 3. Mapleicious has gone through to the next round. Cool Guy, Keith Ray, Shira, Dani, Scent of Heaven, Edge, Zuntz. I don't know how to say that, but I think I did a pretty good job. The Jester Gamer just beat out Damur. I Am Gem is there representing. Neophyte and Rogue Pattern all going through to round 3. And somebody else has just joined us.
Nope, that was my screen.
That is Rogue's screen. We'll
all right,
share it.
You want to do this?
Let's do it. He's opening his Jazzix. Yatsix.
I only got 143 packs.
Good luck.
So
143
for the one
is a lot more than what I have. There's 141 more than what I have.
Ready?
Let's go. Click the button.
Come on. Give me a Yasik. Let's go.
Ooh,
Yes!
nice.
He got one.
Nailed it.
He got one. There you go.
Let's go.
You
Sell
have
it.
a
No, I'm just kidding.
Yahtzee. The thing though, I've faced Yahtzee up in my gold rank games, right? And so
Mhm.
far I've beaten him with my obsidian every time.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I mean,
think
his scatter shot, and that's I think that's something that everybody's got to understand is that like that scatter shot ability is going to be niche. Like the
it's
plus 2 speed is amazing. The piercing is amazing, but you really have to be smart about the teams that you're putting together with this. Like maybe in a blast match, you're gonna start looking at Yasik. Maybe in a melee only match, you're going to look at Yasik if you're going to attack from all positions and you're not worried about Mylor, right? There's certain things that like, because I've seen it Mondroid shared a match with me last night. Somebody tried to throw Yasik into a hell, and I'm like, bro, like I understand, like it's a new card, you want to play with it all the time, but do not use Yasik in a health equalizer match. Like you just made everybody's health equal and big, and you have no control over where your attacks are going. Like you're not going to be able to like get any advantage in that game. So it's early. People are still figuring out exactly what to do with Yasik. I've got a couple rule sets in my mind that I think Yasik will go to, but other than that, that scatter shot is actually something that I'm really thinking I might stay away from, you know?
Look, what it does work well against is taunt comps, right? But you know, with scatter shot, there will always, and this is the weakness of scatter shot. As many benefits as there are weaknesses, and the weakness is you're reliant on RNG about who you hit, and sometimes you hit the right guy and you get the kills, and sometimes you hit the wrong guys that you don't really want to hit, and you're not really thinning the back line. It comes down to RNG. Risky business.
So what do you think? This $25 price point elevated? That's an elevated price.
I think it's a good price for a legendary summoner. You know, I think it's reasonable.
Like later.
It's where the summoners usually come in. But I mean, that's usually what happens early, right? The insane prices come out, and then it settles around the price, you know, in a week or so's time, right?
Yeah, I would say like Wraith's floor seemed to really be around that $20 mark. It got down to like 17 and 18 occasionally, but then it seemed to always bounce back to
Sure.
resistance, but the $15 or like he was down there too. So, but now looking at him, Quix is at 20, Wraith is at 23, Yasik is at 25.
I don't think it's wildly overpriced at the moment. I was expecting it to be a little bit higher for a while.
Okay. Well, you know, for me, around the 20 mark is kind of where the reasonable spot for a legendary summoner is. So maybe 25 is slightly high. I hear you, but I think it'll come down. I think it'll settle down around the 20 mark, like the others are.
Yeah, it's definitely not at the obviously high mark that like Wraith when it launched. Luckily, I was there to claim right away, and I got lucky and I got one Wraith as well, and I was able to sell it for like 42, knowing that was like the super elevated price, that it wasn't going to maintain that. So that's why I'm kind of looking at it right now, and I'm like, I don't think 25 is the price where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna sell mine and come back to it later when it drops. I think 25 is like there's not a lot of gains there, and might as well just start to do what Woody was saying, just start to DCA into the amount of BCX that I need. And I'm just glad that I saved $25 by not having to buy one.
So we're in round 3 officially. Our top 16 is made. Gesture Gamer versus Scent of Heaven, YGG Philippines representing. Heiken versus Max Maka. Unst versus JB Saints, also from YGG. I'm assuming that's what he's going for there. I don't really
love
know.
it. If it's not, it is now.
Yes, for sure. Rogue Patton from YGG Legacy, Donnie from Team Possible Diamond. I am
Donnie's got some street cred. Does he usually get up here in this tournament? Because I face him quite a bit in the.
I recognize the guild name, right? I often face him, so or their guild mates, right? So I know not specifically the name, but the guild name I do recognize. Sick, I am Gem, awesome. Shira, that's ooh, I see what you're doing. I see you're double taking here, Max Maka. Coming with 2 accounts into 1 tournament.
Oh, he does have his Shira account in here, doesn't he?
Yeah. Keith
What
Ray,
a little
YGG
sneaky sneaker.
Brawlers. Well, he feels he can split his focus and do 2 at once. What happens when you reach the finals as both?
I mean,
delicious.
Probably got 25 years experience playing with himself. Like, I mean, he'll do all right.
Neophyte and Cool Guy and Zandro, our last ones for our top 16. Lots of YGG guys representing here. Makes me happy.
It's nice that they're all spread out and they're not going to knock each other out as well.
Yes, they're not facing out. For now, at some point, we will probably reach a time where YGG goes versus YGG. That's usually how it ends up. Max Maka says, "I got you there." I know, sir. I know your accounts.
You got me here.
You can't hide from me. I know who you are.
The hostess with the mostest.
Super Cow says, "Me neither, but seems it was the best pick with evens." Okay, I'm assuming he's talking to somebody he played versus. Well played, regardless. Well played. Whoever was the victor. I don't see him here anymore, so maybe he was knocked out. Do we have a game yet? That is the question. Yes,
we have up there.
We have our first games, so let's have a look. Rogue Patton versus Donnie. Let's jump in. Replay. Death versus the Kelya. Okay.
Death for all.
Thaddeus Brood versus Kelya. Of course, the Windiku in the front versus the infamous Demon Shark. Ooh, backline starting to fall. Tanks fallen. Backline starting to fall on the death side. Things are crumbling fast. Things are looking good for blue, and death has got one last man standing, but Rogue takes the win from Donnie, and well played.
Death got a hold on me.
Our next game is going to be for Max Maka and Hyken. Let's have a look. What is Max doing? So we got a death versus death lineup. All right. A shadowy presence from the Untamed versus a 2-monster setup from Hyken. Chaos Legion versus a mix of Untamed and Chaos Legion. And reward cards. Things are not looking hot for the 2-man team. The 2-man squad goes down to Max Maka's shadowy presence up front. Okay. I like it. Let's watch a game here for the Jester Gamer. Earth versus Kelya. Jump in, guys, if you want to shout or say anything. Let's catch up here on chat. Boomber says, go to the final, Max Maka. Ooh, okay. Well played, Rogue. And Tide Biter is really good, isn't he? I do think
Yeah,
so as well. I
The
think
fact that
Tide
we're in a silver tournament, we're able to like do this. Like this feels pretty good.
Tide Biter is awesome, right? When it gets that, reflection shield, and look, it does more work in certain types of games than others. But where there's roots and where there's blast and that type of damage, it does work, right? It does work. It does what it's intended to do. Jester Gamer takes the win with the blue squad. They're going to a third game even. Looks like a strong matchup here. So let's watch another one. Death versus the water deck once again. Slightly different setup, lower mana rule set. And Shadowy Presence still in play. This time in a different position. Things are not looking good for the blue squad. That magic damage may just be enough. The life leech turning him into like a mini tank, life sapper. And there you go. Scent of Heaven takes the second game. And that, I'll have you know, is why they've gone to a third and final game. A matchup between Earth and Death. Who does take the final win? We have the Nightmare up front. Ooh, also with an interesting lineup from the Earth side. Taunt, of course, in the back in the form of the Slip Spawn with the Force Field ability. Earthquake kicking in. It's another thing I didn't notice about this match. Of course, flying being very impactful. Quite a few flying monsters on the Earth side, not so many on the Death side of things.
Yeah, there's only like so many flyers that you have in Chaos Legion. You actually get a lot more in the reward set, which is like you see the Nectar Queen there.
Certainly. Ultimately getting the win in the end with that flying beast, right? Making the difference and taking them through to our next round. Any other games you want to watch, guys? Anything in particular?
I'm in trouble.
Rogue says he's in trouble. Let's watch the second
that
game.
doesn't sound good.
Damn it.
Let's watch the second game. Water versus water. He's got the Zenith Monk in the front. Cleanse in the mix on both sides. Slight difference with the Triage versus the Igor and the Chaos Agent.
Right, so he just opted for more damage output on the front, and he was just going to let his backline go naturally. And for me, I kind of predicted the mirror up front, a lot like what we're seeing, but I thought, that Triage would give me a little bit more sustainability, but his one damage was enough to get through. It was enough to get through my Zenith Monk, so ended up just kind of breaking down the little wall that I set up there.
That did not go as planned.
Yeah, that Igor, he's got a nice 5 health, so he survives 3 rounds in that matchup. And then in this one they really pigeonholed us. This was a rough one. It was 17 mana, and we were no silent summoner, right? So I went with the
Shadowy Presence
snipe here, which was good. I went with the Magi, which was good, but I messed up my order. And so if I go to Splinter Tools here real quick, I think if I just switch my order on the snake and my flyer so that his first target was that flyer instead, then I might have actually won that one. So let me bring up that last game here real quick again.
Do that. I'll share your screen.
So if we go over to Splinter Tools, let's see, I got 0%, and then if I just go like this, look at that.
Nice.
Yep. So and this is kind of messed up because the original team that I built, I thought about it, and like that snipe was essentially what was necessary to win this match, right? And I knew it, and that's why I had the silent Chevi and everything. But when I put this team together, I didn't think about the sneak defense. Like for some reason, even though like I knew by putting the sneaker in there, I didn't think to defend it at all. And so that sucks because, yeah, it was literally just moving because the shadowy presence up front was literally to counter the Curse Windiku. It was to make sure that, I got 2 turns up on the Windiku where I'm not like going into thorns and I can kind of clear his backline with the sniping and the sneaking, right?
Yes.
So that's why that ended up that way. But yeah, all you gotta do is put a 1 sneak defense in there and your boy was gonna move on.
Your whole team crumbles to the backline damage. We are in our top 8. Yes, Jester, today is the first time that you managed to get past the first round. I'm so happy for you. In fact, you've made it all the way to our top 8. Well played, sir. And Max Maka says, yes, the order so matters. Okay.
Make all the difference.
It does. It does make the difference. Placement in this game does make a difference. In other words,
especially when they get you into those matches where it's like, all right, you're only going to use this 1 summoner. I'm going to take away the summoner's ability, and you're only going to have 17 mana. Like, how are you going to get a leg up on your opponent, right? You have to understand the decks. You have to understand the play lines. And that's where I think in those matches, it really challenges a player's skill level. And so, yeah, in those cases, like, you got to be on top of your game.
For sure. For sure. Yeah, let's jump into our tournament and see who we've got, right? So Cool Guy versus Jester Gamer, Donnie versus Shira, JB Saints versus Neophyte, Mapleicious versus the alter ego of Shira, Max Maka, the double man himself, the double agent, double agent man, double Max. Let's go.
I was actually curious. So, Max, are you like signing in and out to do this? Or are you because like Dwayne had talked about being able to run basically like Splinterlands.com and SteamMonsters.com, like because they're the old website and the new. He was able to run both and have 2 running literally on the same, like logged into different
2 browser windows open, and one account's in one and one's in another. In fact, I've got 2 running right now.
You put it in private browser and you can open as many as you want.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how that works? Okay.
Yeah.
As long as you don't refresh, because if you refresh, then it does jump to your latest signed in account. That does happen. But if you don't refresh and you just use the buttons and all of the things there, then it works fine. No issues. On a different browser, at least for me here in Brave. I don't know what browser you use, but that's what I incognito, like Max Maka says. There you go. That works very well.
Interesting. I mean, I don't really need the information because I only use my 1 account, but for all you cheaters, that's fine.
Yeah, sure. I only play with 1 account as well, so I feel you there, Rogue. Yeah. Have we got a game yet for our... This is quarterfinals, right? Our 4th round.
Hey, are you in streamer mode?
I don't know how to do that. So if it's live yet already, then please tell me, and then we can...
Yeah. Let's... So I think if you go settings...
Do you need to be the owner of the tournament to do that?
No. It's... Honestly, I don't really know. I haven't gone into streamer mode yet, but
neither have I, because I don't know where it is.
I didn't even
It's
realize it was
in
live yet.
settings. So if you go click on Demore,
Okay, now I'm in the owner's account now, but I don't think you guys can see it.
no,
The
it's just in
owner.
Splinterlands. Just in
Oh, yeah, I
Splinterlands.
see it.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go over to Demore
Yeah.
settings.
Settings.
And it's the top toggle. Enable streamer mode.
Enable streamer mode. Ah.
So now go to the arena.
There's nothing. Okay. And
Battles.
now we have our battles. We see the battles.
But what is the arena? So the arena like just didn't load, or like it was. Here, I'm gonna enable too. I'm gonna look for some stuff.
I can refresh, I suppose. But yeah, I think that's good. Thanks for showing me.
The arena just doesn't show up. That's hilarious.
It hides the arena because that's where the spoilers come from, right?
Wow, big
Because that-
development there.
Yeah, exactly. That is great, actually. That is really great.
But at least when you clicked on that battle there, it didn't flash up quickly who won.
Yes, exactly. That's another thing. It doesn't show
Oh,
you.
did it do that? Cool.
It doesn't show you the winner beforehand. That's another difference. That's pretty awesome. That's awesome. I didn't realize it was active already. Otherwise, I would have done that already. Thanks for the education, Rogue.
You are welcome. Just laying down the facts.
Well, it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome facts. There we go. The pellicle drops. Jester Gamer.
This is the most frustrating part about General Sloan versus Kelia, is that you just never hit the team.
Sure.
It just you can't. It's
and Demon Shark does Demon Shark things with tramples. You know, it's that's what it is.
So yeah, in silver, I've literally gotten to the point where if blue is an option, odds are I'm not playing General Sloan. Even if I do the speed, like you can put Time Mage, you can put Supply Runner, and it still gets annoying. Like you just can't touch the Kelia team.
Yeah.
Even though your damage output is so good, it's just they're too fast.
Their average speed is quite high in the water side of things, which is why I like the Aquatus, the new summoner for water. I think it's a very good match with water, because now with those misses, you're going to start generating some damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is a very, very good tick in the box for the water splinter in particular.
Yeah. This Tidebiter is definitely gonna kind of like make the difference in this match, but then also the Supply Runner is just a really good
speed.
Yeah, it's a good mirror breaker in these matches. Being able to have, I think the entire team with Supply Runner was attacking before
their team started hitting.
Yeah,
that's a lot of blast damage, a lot of what do you call it, collateral damage, right? Maybe you can't see the arena.
Yeah, I think you're right, because I just enabled streamer mode too, and I can't see,
because you can see the number of victories there. Yes, I think that's exactly the reason. Will streamer mode remove the card hover info that blocks what's happening when explaining lineups?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Perhaps I've got something displayed somewhere that is blocking something. Perhaps it's something I'm doing.
It's like, I don't know, when the card kind of pops up a little bit and shows some stuff. I don't know. I don't think that really takes away from.
So I'm going to watch the second matchup here with Jester Gamer and Cool Guy. Again with the water teams on both sides. Flying Squid, the non-flying Flying Squid. I always found that naming convention really interesting. Inappropriate rather, but yeah, it is what it is.
So like just straight prediction right now, I think the taunt is the winner of this one versus not taunt.
Okay.
So
okay. Sure, maybe.
I mean, just look, his Demon Shark's gonna die before.
Yeah, the heal did not come through. It did not save, and that is certainly the difference maker in the end.
It would be interesting to run the It'd be interesting to run the numbers on this one because there was a moment where both demon sharks were within death range, and like whichever one attacked first was going to
Would
kill
have
the
got
other demon shark.
so there was a little bit of RNG involved, and somebody
Maybe,
threw the lucky card.
yeah. But like you
just-
saw how much the demon shark was getting whooped down without having that taunt to absorb the majority of the back row damage, right? So
Sure.
it's interesting because I've played that match a couple times and I've tried to do it without the taunt in the mirror, and I think in the mirror the taunt is just necessary mainly for the deep lurker, but then also just for sustainability in the late game on your demon shark, right? So yeah, yep, very interesting.
Did I? I'm in the
So
wrong
we
account.
are in the we're in the final four
Um,
from what I can see.
Yeah. Final four.
okay. Let me see.
Now, I guess the big thing is, does this update automatically? Like that would be pretty cool. Like if one of these little circles turns into a chompy tooth.
A
Do you
chompy
see-
tooth.
do you- I see 3 circles on each one, which is weird in mine. But anyway, oh wow, so he lost both of his. Max and Shira didn't get her done.
So, okay, Max Maka got knocked out by Donnie and Maplelicious. All right, so Maplelicious seems to have taken 2 wins straight up. Very nicely done. Water versus the Earth Obsidian. It was an earthquake matchup, okay? So that's why the flying monsters is present. Or so many flying monsters are present.
Oh man, the streamer word's a little interesting for me. Cause like it is almost like you have to watch everyone in order.
What to get through them.
Interesting.
And the Earthquake takes the win in the end and hands it to Green because they had slightly more flying.
Yeah, green has a lot of flying when you have the reward cards with Chaos. In just Chaos, the shields of Kelia are sometimes enough. But yeah, it's interesting. I'm glad that Jester Gamer's here because every time I see this guild specifically,
Yes.
I feel like I'm being personally attacked.
Oh, really? Why?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Why?
Because their guild name is GG Legacy. Like specifically, every time I'm playing against them, they're just like GG Legacy, and I'm like, "F you, guy! Like I don't even know you. Where did you come from? Like, just like
Who are you? Who are you?
you're just running out there like it's like, yeah, I'm YGG Legacy, and they're like, yeah, I'm GG Legacy, and I'm like, what? It's like, get out
that
of here!
does bring us to our semifinals, right? Maplelicious versus Neophyte, Donnie versus the Jester Gamer. We've got our first game up. I don't know. I broke it. I'm back to the normal view for some reason. I refreshed and then it broke, so it's not functioning properly again.
No, it's taking your streaming mode back off again.
Yeah, something
honestly,
happened.
Like, I can't really click on. Oh, there it goes. I got it, but a little buggy.
So water versus water, demon shark versus the cruel cephalopod, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slightly different lineup here.
Yes, but definitely taking advantage of this cripple here potentially, right? So like the
Sure.
cripple is a fantastic way to get the health down on the demon shark without pissing it off. Like that's
Yes.
one of the unique aspects of cripple, but he didn't have enough time
He didn't have
to
enough
like get it.
in the
Because
tank.
like when we were talking about like that new death summoner, we were like, man, all right, so like if you have a whole cripple team, like there's a chance you could just like you could get the demon shark dead without ever pissing it off.
Sure.
Like as you're just chunking away the shields, it's just like -1 health, -1 health,
Exactly.
-1 health.
Down,
And
down,
you've got
down,
this demon shark that's just like, by the time it loses its shield, it's gonna have like 2 health, and it's like it'll be dead, right?
Exactly. Then it's one magic shot and it's dead, right?
So yes,
that's exactly what you want. Perfect way to kill a demon shark. This is why I'm saying, people are really underestimating what cripple can actually do, right?
yeah. I think, well, and especially in the lower leagues, there's not enough cripple around to really like run any combos or to know fully how it fits into the rules, because there's aspects to cripple that I didn't understand. Like, one, if you have a cripple monster and you hit somebody with a shield,
you still
like they
cripple it.
still lose 1 health,
Yes,
right?
because a hit
So
happens.
like that's amazing in itself, right?
Exactly, because no other spell or damage does that with a divine shield, right?
And divine shield, yeah. So a regular shield, if you like throw a melee or an armor into that, still negs the health. Divine shield does the exact same thing. You pop a bubble, but then also still neg a health, right? And so like in the lower mana matches, that's totally important, because that divine shield, that Lorna Shine strat is real.
For sure, it works. It works. There's a reason people play it, right? Right, so we got a water lineup versus a water lineman. Demon Shark versus the bit more of a wider ranged with a Chaos Agent up front. I think that's risky with the Demon Shark in play.
I mean, the misses are going to pay off, though. Look at that.
But the trample kicks in, and then it's ouch, 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 ouch. And then another miss, and another miss, and another miss, and another miss. Holy moly, the misses.
Oh, man. Neophyte would have been pissed.
We got to watch that again. That was exciting.
So, like, this is the first miss by Demon Shark here, and you're just like, no. There's like 15% chance of that miss, and only because of the evasion.
So that was 2 misses.
So then we go into trample mode. We're doing fine. We're doing everything.
3 misses,
and then
4 misses.
30% miss, 25% miss.
6 misses. 6 misses in that game.
And none of those are like real crazy, like high percentage chance of misses. Like we're talking max was 30%, but that first one on Chaos Agent was 15%. And it was just like Demon Shark whiffed. It's just like pissed off Demon Shark, and you can't land on a Chaos Agent. That's why he's a Chaos Agent.
Well, that's why the Chaos Agent is there. Exactly. It's causing chaos. It's beautiful. Earth not looking so good right now.
Beautiful amplified reflect.
Yeah. The amplification from the Dax Paragon.
Yeah, that's a rough, like when you get Divine Shield as a rule set with really low mana, it's very hard to commit to a team that is only 2 monsters, because like you're not popping bubbles fast enough. So like in that last match, I think it was like 4 monsters versus 2, and clearly the one with 4 monsters took it.
Yeah.
So
here we got a
so
similar
here
lineup
straight mirror. It's 100% a straight mirror.
Sure.
Except we've got a leveled up Axemaster.
Axemaster is 1b6 on the one side, bottom side, and top we've got a level 3.
So the Axemaster that's leveled up should win.
Sure, more damage, and double twin shot, right? Double strike. So yeah, 2 extra damage per turn.
Wow, the misses.
But misses come into play, and anything can happen, right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh wow, it did.
He doesn't
really
have
come
a close
down to the
range.
end there.
He doesn't have a close range, so he gets to the front and gesture game.
It was, look at that, 50%. It was still a coin flip in that match, even with a leveled up. Like there was just enough other things going on that the extra 1 damage, and it was probably the Fury rule set that did it. Like the Fury rule set was interesting.
So Gesture Gamer, just to make Rogue feel bad, and he wants to say GG Legacy will be in the final representing today.
Yeah.
You know, here we go. I say, Jester Gamer, you take the crown. I want you
No.
to go all the way to the top, bro.
Nope. Big nope. But seriously, I want to know the origin story of your guys' guild name, because the first time we faced you guys in a brawl, like we were Yield Guild Legacy, like this was before we switched to YGG Legacy. We were
So-
Yield Guild Legacy, and then we were facing people that were GG Legacy, and I'm like,
So here's the story.
these guys.
That's apparently CryptoZard and Bex.
No, it's not. Seriously?
It's one of our fellow
Yeah,
Splinterlands streamers, right?
These are big tournament players too. Like they're big on the tournament scene. Like they make all their own tournaments and they stream and cast and do all that stuff. So like, yeah, I didn't know that was there. I've never been able to actually watch or participate in any of their tournaments, but like that's hilarious.
I think they're deliberately aiming it at your guild, and
that's what I feel like.
They're saying, GG,
and it could just be,
we will stomp you every time we face each other.
It could be my arrogance, but I feel like that guild was specifically created just to spite us.
Right.
Like this is, and until I know the origin story.
I'm fairly confident that's not the case, but you know, you never know. You never know. Let's see. We got another game here between Mapleicious and Neophyte. Can it be as exciting as our first match? That is the question. That is the question. So we've got Earth versus General Sloan in the bottom. Quite a bit of damage coming in from the Sloan.
Yeah, but it's interesting. He's got like 3 tanks.
3 tanks up front, right? That's a really interesting approach. I would normally not do such a thing.
Not at all, but in the Earthquake match.
Maybe it works out. Maybe it works out. Maybe he's.
I mean, the Earthquake match, it 100% works out. Like he's got 3 flyers. Like, so his back line right there
is solid.
Is not going to die to Earthquake. Oh, yeah. This was.
Yeah. That was a good move.
Maple.
That was a good move from Mapleicious, right? Well played with the Obsidian, even with zero magic or 1 magic monster in the lineup, right? Not really taking advantage of the Obsidian ability, but it worked out.
It's just trying to get in them green flyers.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love myself some Pellicor Mercenary. I think Pellicor Mercenary is the flesh golem of Chaos Legion, right? So,
yeah, when you get up there and play it in gold, yeah. Speaking of, look at all these Zard and Bex tournaments.
Have I done something? I've gone out too far. Is it finished already?
Let's see. Well, they got one today, 4 p.m. They got one at 6:30. See, I got kids. I can't participate in these. These are like right in the middle of the day. What part of the world are they from? Like, is this nighttime for them?
Bex and Zard? I have no idea. Yeah. I have no idea.
I want to say they're Europe, but these could be like late night games in Europe.
Honestly, no clue at all. I've never seen.
This is why I've literally never been able to play in any of their stuff, right? Like they're just right in the middle of dinner and like bedtime routine with the kiddos. So like
impossible to do. Fair enough. We're waiting for our first match between Mapleicious and the Jester Gamer. Things are heating up. GG Legacy can take it, saying to Rogue, in your face, here you go.
Mapleicious is going to do just fine here.
Rogue's got all his money on the Immortal Gods and Mapleicious.
It's nothing to do with the Immortal Gods. That's just Mapleicious. I know the man or woman personally.
I do believe that she is a female, but I may be wrong.
Oh, seriously?
I do believe that Mapleicious is a female, yes.
Well, she or he is awesome and is another name that is very consistently at the top of the leaderboards. And so, or not leaderboard, but tournaments. You know, I don't even really look at the leaderboards, but maybe they're top of the leaderboard too. But they're definitely one of the bronze, silver players that I've grown accustomed to. And at the end of boom burst. I'm for Maplelicious just because the same reason. You've got like 3 or 4 legacy members in here, and we're just like personally offended by that guild name.
The legacy.
You got boom burst, me, and let's see, and Max all in here like, GG legacy.
You know, I just felt that I had to get back at you and Hellraven for always taking the dragons to task. You know, so I'm putting a little couple of pot shots in towards the legacy guys, but I do love you. Even though I'm making fun of you a little bit.
Yeah. So Woody, it has been a really, really long time since I've seen you, brother. How are you? It's been a long time
since I joined the stream.
Yeah, but it looks like the sun's coming through, like, so it's not like an obnoxious time for you, like.
No. It's nearly midday for me.
Awesome, dude. So what's been going on in the world of Woody?
Not a great deal, really. Trying to keep up with everything in game. That's all.
No, did you see? Were you around, kind of creeping when we got like another Woody in our Discord?
Oh yeah. Was it Woody 5.2 something?
Yeah, it was like Krypton's comments or something. It's like brawlers have official licensing rights to all Woodies.
They like want to recruit him, even though I'm already recruiting him. Damn it, he's mine already. Hands off.
Bunch of vultures. Over there is fierce.
They are very fierce.
Tell you what, they're wrecking it though. Like, they're absolutely killing it. You know. They've got two in the top 10 at this point. 2 brawler guilds
we keep
in the top 10.
Hipping it out. The thing at the moment is, because of the brawls, if we can't fill a brawl within one of the other guilds, we let people jump out and go to the other guild to fill the brawls over there. So we keep jumping up and down between the top 10.
Okay.
But,
okay.
Yeah, they're going for it.
Interesting. So we got a water versus water lineup.
Yeah, I don't think the Torhelio's going to do, like, I like the idea on the Torhelio because
damage on the other team.
Yeah, but if you look at his lineup, right, Maplelicious made the decision that magic was going to be more important than not, right? So he played 3 magic monsters, right? And by making that decision, he says, I want Torhelio up front, assuming the mirror, right? Yeah. But Jester just said, no, I'm going to be a traditional Kelia team. We're going to go melee heavy, and I'm going to have a leveled up Axemaster, and this is just what I'm going to do, right? And it totally worked. Totally worked. He didn't have any misses.
It worked out for him. We can watch that again because we're still waiting for our next game.
Yeah, so looking at it here, though, I think this is interesting. You want to pause it here real quick?
Sure.
So I can see what Maplelicious was thinking here, right? So he was like, all right, if I'm going against the Demon Shark, he set up a way that his magic damage was going to be able to kill a Demon Shark first turn, right?
Off the bat, 9 damage, and he's dead. I get it. But that didn't transpire because of the taunt in the back, right?
So the connection issues.
Wait. Okay. You're coming back. Okay, there you are. Hello.
All right. Sorry about that. I can kind of see when I cut out for some reason. But anyway, so yeah, that magic damage. So like then we just look at it from this other perspective here, and his backline, he's gonna go 4, 7, 9, 15 damage on the Wave Brood, where Maplelicious is going 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 as well, right? And one of the other big differences here is this squid, right? So
more damage on the tank up front.
The squid puts more damage on the tank, but then takes forever to get through the Wave Brood. Oftentimes in the mirror, having that squid is a detriment because you're not getting through the Wave Brood fast enough. But this Axemaster completely leveled that field out because his damage output is just crazy. So like there are a lot of mechanics here, because I've played this match enough that like I know that sometimes the flying squid is a detriment in the mirror, because then you're not doing enough damage to the wave brute, right?
So the wave brute top goes down first. Round
Which
1.
is what you would expect in this lineup. That is what Maplelicious intended to
15
do
damage.
with this lineup, right?
Takes down the wave brute.
By not playing the flying squid. Okay.
Sure.
Then we're going into round 2. He
Then-
should be fully able to kill this demon shark in
He's got the
one
magic.
go.
He's got the magic up, right? So what happens? Why doesn't that happen? Right, so the hit goes down on both the demon shark and the Torelio.
Yep.
One
No,
health.
it probably ends up happening, honestly. If I had to look at this, it'll absolutely work. But at this point in the game, go ahead and pause it here. So at this point in the game, like everything that he was intended to happen happened, but now we're getting to the late part of the game, and he's got 9 magic damage with not as much HP or speed specifically. Yeah. That's essentially where we're at. His Axe Master isn't doing as much damage as his opponent's Axe Master.
Yeah.
And the position of his Trident is like very far up there, right? So if I were to take this match to Splinter Tools, I would see what happens if Trident was in the same position as his opponents, right? Put it in that third position. Maybe the Ghost was in position 1, then Chaos, then the Magi of Chaos in position 2 is something that I would have tried. And then 2, the other thing to consider would have been what happens if you're just running the Demon Shark instead of the Torhelio, right? Because
Yes.
I don't think the Torhelio did anything.
I think that would have been a better move for sure.
But it wouldn't have been if his opponent would have run the same magic play that he did, right? Because he put so much thought into making sure that the Demon Shark is done, right? And so if his opponent didn't do the same thing, that's where he ended up in trouble, right? Because like he didn't go to that much magic, right? But that's honestly one of the best ways to take down a demon shark. Is just once you piss it off, kill it with magic, right? So
sure. That is usually what I try and do.
So we've got again. Oh my goodness,
Kretch versus Kretch. Demon shark versus the cruel Cethropod. Pod goes down very fast.
I mean, Kretch is never the right call anymore. I can't think of a situation where we're trying to play Kretch. You know. But, oh, never mind. It's Silent Summoners. That's why.
It is Silent Summoners. Okay. That's why they've done it like you recommended earlier.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, the opportunity just killed everything. Just, hold on. Go back to that match. Let's see exactly where Maplelicious. Oh, that was the
final match. Yeah, that was the
okay.
Ultimate.
I thought we were only looking at the first one. So there was a middle one that we missed. So Jester beat Maplelicious, then we missed the middle one, and then Jester got him again. So Maplelicious did take him in 2. All right, go ahead, pause it here. So this was no magic, Silent Summoner. So there's nothing for shields. And that's essentially where, I mean, just right out the gate, choosing Deep Lurker versus this Demented Shark, I think is 100% the right call.
Oh, for sure. That's a lot of
that
armor.
Opportunity is just going to destroy. But then Maplelicious making the decision to have like 9 of his mana into this sandworm here is
that's rough. A lot of mana. That's a lot of mana.
That's
especially
without
the Kalia. With the Kalia, I can understand with the higher speed at 3. Without the Kalia, no, not a good move. Not a good move.
Yeah. So like he's definitely slower than his opponent. We'll see how many misses we get going here. But yeah,
loses many of these.
So didn't miss though on either of those 2 shots, but like huge waste. He's got 10 melee attack that went into a single 2-mana backline ranger in round 1. So just totally inefficient like use of time in that one. And so yeah, that was rough. Let's watch the second one. Let's see what Maplelicious did in the second one to kind of kill it.
So I thought this was the same one we watched already, right?
No, because this is the Demon Shark Mirror. Okay,
right. They did change it. Okay.
So we've got, go ahead and pause it here real quick. So we're trampling, and this time the only difference in these lineups, Maplelicious went with the Magi of Chaos, where Jester went with the Axemaster. And that's literally the only difference. But Maplelicious, Maplelicious again has this Trident in position 3, and I'm wondering if that's a normal strategy for them.
Look, I understand why they do it, because she does have quite a bit of health, right? She kind of is like a mini tank.
Yeah.
But I'm also of the opinion that perhaps further back she's better, because she can do her 3 damage for a longer period of time.
Yeah. And that's where just looking at this, if I was putting this team together, it would just be the Trident and the Deep Lurker that would be switched for me. So that way we were getting to where it was maybe like 2 versus 2 or 2 versus 3 by the time Trident was in first position. But honestly, this is probably just an RNG match. Because look at that.
So Taunt only goes down in round 2 with
early round 2,
bottom 1 falling, which is a little bit, that's some good survival. That's
it's what you'd expect with running the Axemaster instead of Maplelicious, or instead of running the Chaos, because you're doing 3 more damage per turn, right?
Sure.
And it's fast, so
it is 5 speed is nothing to laugh at.
Oh, that pissed off. So a miss there helped.
So the Wave Brood on top finally goes down towards the end of round 2, as opposed to the start of round 2, and the tank falls also in round 2. That's painful.
But a nice wasted shot. What in the world? How does Maplelicious come back from this one? Like in my mind, this is all.
So the Deep Lurker takes out the tank, the Demon Shark, finally. But yeah, it's hard to believe that she wins this one. But I guess she has to. There's no other way about it, right?
No, there's definitely a way about it. Maybe Maplelicious didn't win the.
Someone's saying the final's a best of 5.
Oh, it's best of 5? You set it up best of 5, eh?
It is a best of 5. It is a best of 5. Yes. I do it slightly different than.
There you go. You're just switching everything up on me. I didn't know. Wow, Jester, taking it in 3. Congratulations.
3
yeah,
matches.
I was looking at that matchup and I'm like, I have no idea how she wins this. Like, I don't. I don't understand.
Back from that.
She doesn't get the win. But Jester Gamer does take the win in the end. That does bring us to our results. Jester Gamer, of course, being the number 1 position. Congratulations, sir. Your packs will be on the way shortly. Maplelicious taking our 2nd position. And, of course, a whole bunch of other winners here today. All 41 of you, all the way to the top, getting at least something. Guys, thank you for joining us. It's been awesome to have you here. We are an hour and 9 minutes in.
Oh, Maplelicious is there.
She is here. She usually does join us on the live stream. So.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
GG,
big fan. You're great at the game.
Jester Gamer. Maplelicious says, I don't have the Axemaster 3. I don't want to rent at that price. It is an expensive one.
That's a girl after my heart, specifically. I don't want to rent. Amen. Amen. I don't want to rent either.
Boober says, well played. Maplelicious. Max Marcus says, well played. Yep, it is a must. GG in my matches. Okay. Guys, any closing thoughts that you want to share, Rogue?
No, that was an awesome time. I apologize. I was traveling this weekend and I wasn't able to participate in the podcast, but I appreciate you guys for jumping on and having an amazing podcast. It looked like you guys were having a great time. I'm gonna end up following up with that. It seemed like a good time. So I'm glad that podcast is turning out good. If you're not already following us over there on YGG SPL on the YouTube, please do so. That podcast is really nice. We do the streams here and then random content here and there when we need to. I know Rift Watchers is coming up. I know when your boy opens up his Rooney, I'm going to be doing that live so that everybody knows.
Don't make me cry, please. Don't make me cry.
I know, brother. I gotta figure out what's your story. What happened? Like, well, look,
I set my alarm for 1 a.m., which is right on the time when it started, right? So it took me a minute to get woken up and to my computer, and by the time I got here, it was gone. They were gone.
Shit. So I made some. I like just to let you guys know, like I did like some crypto no-nos to like get this purchase made. Like I was living on the edge. Like I had my laptop with me and I quickly, like, because of where I was at and because of what I was doing, I had to use public Wi-Fi. Oh, I did too, real quick. I was just like, sign on, purchase, sign off, depower, remove battery. I was like, I gotta get out of here. So I got on and on real quick. So like, yeah, if my account gets hacked, you guys know why. It's because I really wanted to.
The difference is you got a Rooney and I don't have a Rooney. You know, so
I mean, I have a Rooney now. If somebody else has a Rooney later, it's because.
Right. Okay. Well, like, make sure you move it to a different wallet as soon as you can.
But yeah, so I mean, we'll be doing that. Or Rift Watchers. I mean, I'm training, or I'm gonna try to start training for Vegas here. I've got a QA account that's fully loaded, maxed with all cards, so I can start getting ready for Vegas. So follow us on all these channels. You'll see us around. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the content. And Damore, thank you very much for all that you do, creating this other tournament that we were able to do to satisfy another audience across the world that's never gotten to participate with us on the night show. So, Damore, you're awesome. Thank you for taking over that podcast on Wednesday. You're the best.
Pleasure,
and
man.
Thanks for having me here.
Thanks for the support, guys. Woody, any closing thoughts from you? Are you still there? Can you hear us? Okay, he's lost the ability to speak. Things are going wrong. Thank you, guys. It was awesome to have you here. Thanks for joining us for the tournament, and we'll see you again next weekend or perhaps tomorrow for our Bronze League regular American slot. Guys, it was awesome. See you next time.
See you next time, guys.
Gotta